back the respect she is due. Think about the areas of life where your wife warrants your respect. Where can you willfully choose to respect her? Here's a short list. In parenting, in service to God, in service to you, for perseverance in the relationship, in her professional life, in her heart, in her character, in her fears and anxieties, in her insecurities, in her emotions. An area where I consistently see men disrespect their wife, and I'm guilty of it too, is in dealing with her emotions. Frequently, when a wife expresses fear, anxiety, or concern, I've seen her husband shoot her down by showing disdain for her emotions, justified, real, or perceived, and utterly disrespecting her. Some wives respond with anger and boldness. Others shrink back with quiet reservation. And some seem to be so tired and broken in spirit that they hesitate to express anything else. This is just plain wrong. We're created in the image of God, and He is emotional. In the Old Testament, you'll see a God who feels happy, jealous, angry, and content. In the New Testament, we see Jesus, the God-man, displaying similar feelings. We are entitled to our emotions. They are God-given. We are designed to feel. If you want to build trust, you have to pay emotional restitution to your wife. It means not only allowing her to feel, but encouraging her to feel. It means drawing out her emotions rather than hoping they don't get displayed. Ask her to share her anger and disappointment with you. You need to be a willing recipient of her heart and the messy, difficult emotions that come with the pain you've caused. Another area of restitution is protection. Violating trust means you've violated your wife's sense of security. Thus, she feels exposed, vulnerable, fearful, and insecure. And her insecurity is not just concerning you, but often includes the world at large. It is not uncommon for a wife whose trust has been violated to become anxious about many things unrelated to sexual integrity. She might begin to fear for her or her kids' safety, about airplanes crashing, auto accidents, or about your home being broken into. It's as if insecurity emotionally and relationally breeds a sense of overall insecurity. This is another area where we see how our marriage relationship resembles the relationship God and Jesus have with us. When the protective covering of God seems in question, it's easy for fear and anxiety to haunt us. But under the security of a loving God's outstretched arms, we find solace and a sense of well-being. For me, when I sense God's protection, I can deal with the chaos of a broken world. Even though everything else is not okay, I know I will be. Here's what the psalmist, many think Moses, said about God's covering. In Psalm 91, verses 1 through 4, in the Message, we read, "You who sit down in the high God's presence, spend the night in Shaddai's shadow. Say this, God, you're my refuge. I trust in you, and I'm safe." That's right. He rescues you from hidden traps, shields you from deadly hazards. His huge outstretched arms protect you. Under them you're perfectly safe. His arms fend off all harm. When we marry, God passes the baton of protective covering to us to be co-providers with Him of security for others. We men are under His umbrella of protection, and our family is under ours. For a wife, when her husband violates the marriage vows, he destroys her protective covering of security. Thus, the effects and vulnerability can be far-reaching. To pay restitution means to restore that protective covering. There is a nuance here worth identifying. For many, the covering of protection over a wife or family is discarded for self-protection. That is the damaging and hurtful violation that adds insult to injury. Have you forfeited protecting your wife in order to preserve your self-image, ego, or pride? Chances are that if you've compromised in the area of sexual integrity, you have. Looking at porn after a conflict with your wife is a form of self-preservation. Visiting a strip club after a bad day